What's up, y'all? It's TheAverageConsumers here with another video. So today we have this clip from the Fresher Fit podcast, titled "If She Uses This, She's 100% Cheating on You." So they're actually talking about the use of Instagram. So if your girl has an Instagram, so I want to get into this topic because I think it's a pretty controversial debate because it's kind of inevitable. Like almost every girl has an Instagram. So let's get into the video.
This is a very unpopular opinion, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think if you're in a serious relationship with a girl, she should not have an Instagram. That's cheating, in my opinion. I think a woman having an Instagram is 100% cheating, especially if she has scantily clad photos of herself on the internet and she's not making money off it, which a lot of women tend to do. They have an Instagram just for attention, you know what I'm saying? And I think for women, attention is like sex for men. So, women love attention from the opposite gender, and if you got a serious relationship with a girl and she still has a for sale sign on her neck, I think that's very disrespectful. But that's just my opinion. A lot of people think that's toxic. I know you don't like, you disagree.
I think it's toxic, but I saw my face.
She's like, oh no.
I can't hide that shit.
Okay. What's your disagreement with it?
What do you think about what he just said right there?
If anybody's in a relationship, what's the point about having an Instagram? But I don't know. That's just some radical shit. Ain't no girl deleting her Instagram for you, nigga.
Yeah, it sounds radical because it's like,
I mean, clearly
okay,
he know
like,
what he's doing. Like, he's trying to get the conversation going.
yeah.
I don't think he believes in that.
I think he believes that. I think he actually believes that.
I don't think he believes
But
that.
I would say if my girl is not using Instagram for business purposes, yeah, like you said, like there is really no point in that.
Yeah.
But because you gotta think about it, like, okay, what excuse can you make that you need to have an Instagram so that you can show other people what you're doing, so that they can be jealous, show people that you're living a better lifestyle than them, or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like it could only be for a reason of attention seeking or trying to shit on other people or whatever. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I just think I think it's unnecessary. I think it's a part of yourself. It's like, why do you think that my profile has anything to do with like my relationship with you? That would be weird to me. I just think you have to have enough like personal like perseverance to have that. Like, this is a reflection of me. It doesn't mean that I'm trying to like look for anything.
She basically trying to say, don't be so insecure.
Yeah, she's basically trying to say that it would be pretty rare for you to meet a girl who deletes her Instagram for you.
Right.
Extremely rare.
You might think that way, but people on us, I don't think that way.
Yeah.
Well,
So, for example,
I mean, I understand guys target you super hard on like all your social media platforms. Like I see that all the time, but it doesn't mean that you have to give that energy to people. It doesn't mean you want it. It's like, I just think that's weird.
So, if a man commits to you and gives you a relationship, you're saying that you would not delete your Instagram if he told you to delete it?
No,
You wouldn't. Okay.
I think that's weird.
Then I think that's an example of you didn't really like him that much then. Because if a
No,
woman truly
I
loves
just
and
think
respects you,
it's
she will
not.
get rid of it.
Well, if he's insecure about my
She brought it out.
flexion online, then that's too much for me.
it's not being insecure. It's more like, if I'm taking care of the bills, I'm taking care of you. Like, here's one of my requests. At least don't put yourself out there to be like targeted by other guys. Because I mean, if I'm taking that responsibility, then
Why would you be concerned if the girl wholeheartly loves you? Like, that's not a thing.
Man. I mean, honestly, I've never been in this situation. Like, my thought process has never been, oh, my girl has to delete her Instagram or anything like that. But, going through life, you learn by experience a lot. And I think that, I get what Fresh is saying, because
They are right.
if that's one of my requests, it shouldn't be any skin off of your bones for you to do that. And it's not about being insecure, but everybody's gonna say, oh, you're insecure, but it's not about being insecure. You have to protect women from themselves sometimes, because you understand men women, especially in today, do not understand men. They don't understand how men operate. They don't understand who men are because a lot of them are growing up without fathers. So they don't even have a male figure to look to say, oh, I understand a man in the slightest bit. They don't understand men. Men, it's going to sound bad, but we are, I won't say predators, but we're hunters. When we see our target, when we see our prey, if our prey looks, like a target, something that we can attain, then we're going to go for it. So if my girl is promoting herself on Instagram, like she's on the market, like trying to show off her body, whatever, then guys are going to shoot after it. It doesn't matter what it is. She might even have a picture of her boyfriend on the page, but they're still gonna do it.
I mean, if you're not married, then there's no point in telling her to take down her Instagram. That's how I look at it. And I agree with having your girl. What's the point about you having an Instagram if you're committed to me? But like in other countries, they have their woman covered up. I get the ideology that if you're mine, there's no purpose for you to be showing yourself to anybody else. But in today's day,
exactly,
girls have their own. Girls want to work. That's the problem.
and also he is Muslim.
Yeah.
Or Islam.
Mhm. I agree with him.
And he comes from a different background, clearly. So, of course, it makes sense for that to be his mindset.
Yeah, I agree with him though. You don't even have to be Muslim to think it that way too.
Yeah.
I feel like as a Christian, I agree with that too.
She wouldn't even consider talking to anyone.
You mean like trust?
Yeah.
In other words.
I think the girl should change her Instagram and just make it
Or, she
clear
can
that
make it
she's in a
private and
relationship
just
and
not
don't
talk to
post
them.
scandalous stuff. Yeah.
I agree
look,
with that.
I'm not gonna post my ass if I'm dating somebody, but
I'll just say if I'm dating you, I want to at least have about access to see what's going on because I
So
need
you
to
want
know.
a password?
Oh yeah,
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
I gotta see that shit. I gotta see it.
That's the thing too. Is
Is she gonna
you
have your
shouldn't hide your phone if you have. If you're in a relationship,
Nah.
you don't have any reason to hide your phone or anything. That's weird.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is that a lot of guys won't admit this, but they would not like their girlfriend to have pictures of her body all over the internet on Instagram. And
He's not lying, but I just wanted to point out what he was saying about how he needs to know, if she has Instagram, he needs to know what's going on there. And they're saying you need to know the password, and he's like, yeah,
Not me.
See, that's the thing, because we've been conditioned so much that being a man is just turning a blind eye to whatever your girl is doing and not worrying about because that's for shows that you're a real man. You're securing yourself as a man.
I asked
To
for no
not check her
password,
phone
bro.
and whatever. I've never checked the girl's phone
checked no girl phone.
because we've been taught that you basically a bitch if you look into your girl phone.
I mean, yeah, I guess I know where you're coming from, but my own personal view, I ain't checking nobody. I ain't checking no girl phone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I mean,
I feel like it has to be.
I did it
I feel
once,
like it
and
has
I
to
felt
be.
like a bitch.
I feel like it has to be natural though. Like you just go on her phone, babe, let me see your phone, and then you're trying to do something with pure intentions, you're trying to
yeah,
say,
that's what it was.
Yeah.
I was trying to take a Snapchat or something
Yeah.
a picture or something, and then I see a notification from one of her exes talking about this nigga typing. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. That's
I,
when
I gave her the phone. I'm like, oh, your ex just sent you a message.
Yeah, and then you just I feel like you just have to. Everybody, me keep it cordial is not law. I know niggas go be like, yo, let me see your phone, and I have no problem with that. But just for me personally, I just feel like it has to be in a natural way. I already cuffed you in the first place, so what's the point? Now, yeah, these shows be dicey. But me personally, I'm not checking no girl phone. Just let me see your phone. I feel weak.
It does have to happen natural, cause after I seen that sign, it was just a chain of events. But yeah, we don't even get into that. But
if you do it a natural way and you do see those stuff, I feel like that's the moment you have to cut her off for your own sake.
Yeah, I agree, because you have to let it be known
Mm.
you're not gonna tolerate disrespect.
Yeah.
For sure. So now, damn, what was I gonna say? I don't know. Let's just keep
You
going.
get what you're saying? Maybe make a profile and make it private, and then have like I guess more modest pictures. That can possibly be a middle ground, but in general, if I was to date a girl seriously, I would tell her you're not having Instagram, especially if she's not making money off of it, because I understand how the world works with men and women, and for women, for men it's sex, women want attention, and if she's getting attention, like that's just is disrespectful to the man, because
Question.
she's keeping her options open.
What if she does
Sorry,
it?
I just, one thing I wanted to say was I've been in a situation like this, and I want to make it quick. So it was this, like I said, I was going to school with this Moroccan girl, and I wanted to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I think she didn't give me her Instagram. I found her. Look, like I found her before I was even going to school with her. So, and I seen her in person. I'm like, oh snap! I went on her Instagram, and I looked who she was following. In her Instagram bio, she was already engaged. I looked through her followers. I mean, who she was following. She wasn't following. She was only following one guy, and that was her fiance.
Mm-hmm.
And she wasn't following no guys.
Well, she thinks she a celebrity.
Yeah, but I was thinking that too. But like now, since this is coming up, I'm like, okay, I can see why she was doing that, because she was trying to show like I'm only committed to my man. And then I also approached her to see.
But if you got 10,000 followers, you still got guys flooding your DMs with free attention.
She she would like, she kept on giving, you know how girls would choose like with their eyes trying to show like they're interested in you. So I was trying to talk to her, but she told me she was engaged, but she still wants that attention. Like that's why they had like
she tell you engaged just to see how hard you gonna go. Like
Yeah,
if you're gonna go a little further.
I didn't want to like, because at the end of the day, you know, we talked about this. I don't want to be a guy who wrecks a whole marriage. Like you could take pride on that. Oh, I took her. Like, you know, I hit.
It ain't about taking nothing. It's just like at the end. I mean, first of all, let me be clear. I'm not a guy that's gonna brag about, you know,
your home wrecker.
Whatever. like oh, I'm gonna be, oh yeah, I smashed your girl. Like nah, I ain't gonna do all that. But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I'm only going to respect your relationship as much as you respect it. That's where I'm at now in life. Like,
Yeah.
like, but before I used to think like that. I used to be like, oh well, you know, I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me, so I'm not gonna mess with somebody who's in a relationship. But if a girl's coming on to me, like because that's usually how it goes. Like if I mess with a girl that's in a relationship, she's usually coming on to me. So if she comes on to me, then that means your relationship's already over. I'm pretty much doing you a favor by smashing your girl, and then if you know, see how she's moving different, then you can cut her off and focus on yourself. So yeah, it's just stuff like that.
Like they can dress as modest as they want to, follow just their husband or boyfriend, but at the end of the day, you still want that attention.
Right. So him saying like getting that attention from other guys is disrespectful. I agree.
But like, it is disrespectful. But like, even when I'm walking and the girls, I like to think of myself as a handsome man. So when I walk in front of a girl and her boyfriend, and she's walking with her boyfriend, I will look at the girl to see if she will look at me. And girls, like, if she doesn't look your way, then that shows she respects her husband. But girls, you'll be surprised how many girls are looking for attention while you're with your...
And them niggas that be with the girl, they be looking to see if she gonna look too. Cause you know, you can tell when a generally handsome guy is walking by. So you gonna, you know, you might look to see like, oh, what's she gonna do? How she gonna react?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think, this is the important part. He said because the free attention is disrespectful because she's basically keeping her options open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the important part, because yes, that Moroccan girl's following her fiance, but those 10,000 other guys that's following her, she's gonna allow them to keep flooding her DMs, because if everything fails with that guy, she's gonna pick from that pool of men who's giving her the free attention.
Of course.
Who's the highest bidder here? It's all about keeping the highest bidder in the tuck, having a backup plan. Every girl, and damn near every girl, has a backup plan.
The thing about it's crazy how we're having all these takes, because Instagram now is really for girls. Like, not to get, I know Instagram's not just for girls, but like, girls do be running Instagram. So for you to say, yo, women need to delete their Instagrams, like
that's taking away their independence.
not in a sense, and the way the world is working now, bro, that shit would never happen.
Yeah.
For like family reasons, like wanting to post so her
There's
family can
phone
see.
numbers, WhatsApp, text
That's
messaging.
the reason. Like,
that's
that's
what I'm saying. Like you don't need Instagram. You know what I mean? It's just that women dislike giving away their
Access.
sexual advantage over men where they can have options. Instagram is a great way to market yourself to a large majority of men to keep options open. And there's a bunch of statistics that show that even married women, over 50% of married women keep a guy in the background and the husband even knows about it. So I say this again, another unpopular opinion. You have to keep women. You have to protect women from themselves. And the thing is this: modern day women are taught to have habits that are not productive to a good long-term relationship. They have a lot of bad habits. Girls' nights out, showing their ass on the internet, not dressing modestly, etc. I'm not saying you can't do this when you're single, but when you're with a guy, you should have that respect where, you dress a certain way, you convey yourself a certain way on the internet, you don't have scantily clad pictures. In other words, if the car is sold, you shouldn't be wearing a for sale sign on your neck. That's how I look at it. And any guy that has like a set of nuts should be able to tell his girl that. And here's the thing, I'm not saying she has to do it. But what I am saying is if you want a relationship with me, you're gonna have to make that happen. Because I can go ahead and replace you with somebody else. It's just that a lot of guys don't have the balls to tell a woman that.
They don't got the
Because
abundance
it's politically incorrect
mindset.
to have boundaries on women.
Yeah.
But that's just my view on it. Oh yeah. So yeah, go ahead. Your turn.
So the girls have pretty much already said everything in the book, but I guess like a big turn on for me is a guy that can listen to me and is also very funny.
Yeah, I guess that was it with that. So that's the end of the part that I really wanted to highlight. But overall, I think that I completely get where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also with you, like, that's not gonna happen. Like, I mean,
I don't want to be too, because it should happen.
like, you shouldn't be afraid to ask for it, though. Even
Uh-huh.
though it's a high probability that it won't happen. I mean, you know what?
It's
At the end of the day, if a girl really feels like, because at the end of the day, a woman's gonna have to prove herself to you because you're the one that has to go become who you are. So, if she really wants to be with you, you should be able to ask her that, and she should have no problem with it because she knows your worth.
I mean, yeah, if you do want a girl who not gonna have a problem having an Instagram, go to the Middle East.
Where social media is banned.
It's like, because, like we said, women want to work. If I never thought that women needed that much freedom in the first place. They're already free, but we just refined a new freedom for them. And I never thought they needed to work. I used to say things like, I don't want my girl to work. What's the point of her working? Niggas would be like, well, people would be like, oh, do you want to have a slave? Like,
yeah, it's just like it's like there's no middle ground. It's just,
Now there's no
if
middle
you don't want her
ground.
to work, she has to be a slave.
yeah, she has to be
But
a slave.
if, you know what I'm saying.
I
So,
believe they're already free though. I mean, what much say do they need to have? It's just like, and I do believe that men do abuse women. There are men out there who abuse women, but I don't think the freedom that they wanted was not the freedom that they needed.
There are men that abuse women, but I hate when you bring up like a housewife discussion or something like that.
Yeah.
People just automatically run to, oh, so you're gonna be beating her,
Yeah.
raping her. This like,
That's not funny.
I mean,
but
that's not a YouTube friendly word, so we're gonna say grape.
yeah.
But yeah, like, why does it have to be that? Like, there's no middle ground. It's just the extreme worst case scenario. Oh, you're gonna be beating on her, blah blah blah. She's gonna be a slave. Like, no, my wife can just be my wife
A wife.
at home, take care of the kids, take care of the home,
And that's the greatest thing a woman can do.
and I will love her.
No, but
I don't have to cheat on her.
it's not about cheating on her. That's the greatest thing. Women need to know that is the greatest thing you can ever do. If you can raise your family,
Of course.
have kids, and be a wife.
Your
being
work
a-
is not important.
Being an investment banker is meaningless. The greatest thing now, if I said this on Breakfast Club, I'll obviously be killed. But the greatest thing a woman, because Angelique's sitting next to me, she's like this. Oh, I've made so much money in the Breakfast Club, this and that. And it's just like, if you didn't raise your kids, or become a wife, or what else? What's the other factor? Is that it?
That's
Raising,
it.
yeah. you're not a successful woman.
Right.
That's true.
It should be like, oh well, I'm gonna keep my millions. I'm glad my millions, and I can take trips wherever I want. Hot girl summer. And
You know what's crazy? I just said you're not a successful woman if you're not a wife and don't have kids and you can't raise your family. That's so powerful because they redefine success in a different way. They think they're successful because they own a business. Okay, you have a Fortune 500 company, whatever.
Yeah, that's another reason why it's gonna be hard to get a girl off Instagram.
So
Because
women are
all
really
of these
failures.
bro. All of these girls, like you said, you don't want your girl to work. Women don't want to work either. That's why they
Yeah.
all try to be social media influencers and models and this and that. They're trying to take the easiest route to not have to work.
And-
None of them want to work, and that's why none of them will get off Instagram because Instagram is their work now.
Yeah.
They're
That's what I
they're
said.
doing their lash business and
The lash business, the
bundles
cooking,
and
the bundles.
modeling and
Because those
OnlyFans.
businesses are easy though. No, okay. Nothing is
Because
easy.
women want an easier load. They want to do those things and then find a guy that's gonna take them away from having to really work labor.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still gonna want to have their independence and be a model and sell their lashes or whatever.
Those are easy business because men are. There's always gonna be the man for men out there who's gonna want to look at naked girls all day, or not even just naked girls, but like those clothing, fashion, food, all that type of stuff. It's easy for them to do that because that's in their nature, in a sense.
Yeah.
And men are very visualizers than women are more about hearing what they like. They're more about like, in order to attract women, sometimes it's mostly about like what she hears from a guy, instead of like, you know, I'm pretty sure women get horny as much as men when they look at a guy like, yo, I really want to suck his dick. But that stuff, it's not as quick as a man. Like all a man gotta do. You ever like looked at a girl's ass and about to get in a car accident in a sense? Like niggas, like I walked into a pole looking at a girl's ass, bro.
Bro. So, to wrap it up,
Yeah.
I think that when they say about the Instagram thing, she's 100% cheating on you. I mean, it is just a thumbnail, but it has some truth to it because if I'm keeping my options open, if I'm keeping, room for a woman to still be bidders to be with me, that is cheating.
Yes.
Like, I shouldn't be allowing somebody to have an opportunity to be my backup.
Yes.
So, the fact that a whole lot of women, like, I know so many, I don't know one girl, and I'm not even just saying this as an anecdotal thing. I'm like, we know for a fact, most girls are, like, people always say, like, the next guy is already in her DMs. Like, the guy that's after you is already around.
That's why I always say relationships don't matter. They mean nothing.
That's why I always say, even marriage, like,
I
know women who, like he just said, statistics show that some women still have the next guy in their DM waiting, the backup guy. So then, how do you explain a woman getting out of a 10-year marriage and in the next 3 months she's engaged to the next guy?
Mm-hmm.
That guy was already placing his bid. Like, that's just how it is. So now, most girls have backup plans. Most girls are keeping their options open. So that is kind of cheating. And it's like, that's why I tell guys, if you got a girlfriend and y'all going through a rough patch, it's either you work it out or you just leave her completely. Because if you try that, let's go on a break stuff, within a week, probably the next 3 days, she's gonna get piped out by another guy because he's already waiting, placing his bid. She's giving him a little bit of hope, a little sprinkle of hope. You know what I'm saying? He might send the hard eyes every now and then, and she be like, "Oh, thank you," or whatever. I appreciate it. Blah blah. Responding to niggas, and girls think, "Oh, responding is just so harmless. Just saying thank you is harmless." You're giving these niggas hope.
You tell me thank you. You just told me to, like,
even if you
wanna
just
suck
like
my
the
dick.
message. Exactly. So y'all are giving these men hope, and you're making yourself a target, and y'all don't even understand the magnitude of that. Like, I mean,
if your girl's not wanted, sometimes, but some other men are out there like, why can't they have an Instagram? Because if nobody wants your girl, then what is their worth? That's how I'm just talking about how other men might think. But
If you want her, somebody else wants her.
my mom doesn't have an Instagram, but I don't know. I believe she doesn't know how to use it, and she's old school, and she grew up in an era without social media. But now, woman today, like if my little sister, if she got married and a nigga told her delete your Instagram, even as a Christian, and my sister's a very modest woman, she would feel like she's giving up her freedom by you telling her delete your Instagram.
Yep. That's
And like
exactly
that stuff is embedded in their mind. Like, how you gonna tell me I'll delete my Twitter, I'll delete Snapchat,
I'll
but
delete
you
my
want
Tumblr.
but Instagram is a special thing for women
Yeah.
because Instagram is all about pictures.
that's the largest marketplace.
It's the largest marketplace, bro.
So, you know what I'm saying? All of these girls,
Yeah.
like that's Boosie said that
Yeah.
on that Justin LeBoy interview. He said, if your girl got an Instagram, I got her number. Like, bro, if your girl has an Instagram, she's on the market. It doesn't matter what you want, what title you want to
But the
place
thing
on
is,
her.
females don't know that. Females think they just, I just
Bro,
got an
they
Instagram.
know that, bro.
No. Like, but we also talked about women don't sometimes know what they're doing. Like, they
Yes, you have to
constantly.
protect them from themselves. 'Cause
Yeah.
they don't. They're like children, bro.
I've been saying, you told me that, and then like
You have to train them up to understand these things. Like,
they know. I mean, it's just. But what female are we meeting that's gonna want to give up their Instagram? Like, it's such a radical thing that I can't think about the future. Is the future going to become more conservative about these things? Probably, most likely not. They're gonna women are
not in
gonna
America.
women gonna get more and more freedom, especially how men are becoming less masculine. They're gonna get so much freedom to the point like they're gonna become the new men. So
They already are the new men. They want to have, like, you know how it used to be like guys having multiple wives. Women need to have multiple husbands now. Like
Mhm.
they like it's like, okay, you give them the high value guy, they're gonna find something wrong about him. Then you give him the thug. Oh, he's not good enough. They like him, but he's not good enough. Like the high value man, he's not good enough. Like the average guy, it's not good enough.
Not making
So
enough.
they're now in a mindset of like, you hear a lot of girls say this, like, oh, I gotta have multiple niggas, one for this, one for that, one for this. Like, that's how they move now. They want to be like men now.
Yeah.
Like, they want to have multiple husbands, and you just be their only submissive. Like, you're supposed to submit to them.
I'm trying to tell you, if you want a girl, go to the Middle East, because like in the Middle East, like I said before, there was a girl, his sister, the guy killed his sister because she took a selfie, and like he choked her with a wire, and in the nation, they thought that was a good thing. You did a noble thing. Like, why is she and she was showing her. I guess she was wearing
It's not even funny.
No, it's not. It's not funny, but like they don't condone their woman showing off her beauty to anybody else. Like, even a guy was telling me like he went to the Middle East and he took a picture of a woman, and they all got on his ass about it. Like the Middle East guy got on his ass about it. Like, don't ever take a picture of our woman. Like, they would like their woman, covered, and she should only be shown to him. We should have that in America, but that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, like,
You have to find the middle ground now, cause she's not deleting her Instagram, and it's sad that even though she has her Instagram, she still wants attention from other guys. But you only can hope that she never acts on it, because
she's acting on it by giving these niggas hope.
I mean,
Like-
that's
like,
what we have to
because-
settle for.
Because
We still got to.
cheating isn't just a physical thing. It's not just having sex with somebody.
Of course.
If you building a connection with somebody, you giving somebody hope that one day they can get with you. You still cheating. You cheat emotionally, mentally, physically. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually, all these different ways.
I mean, yeah, cause like, if a woman does have an Instagram in America, it should only be about her business. But what type of business is she in? If she's a model, I'm sorry, bro. She has to keep showing her.
I think I was beta. I mean, I know I was beta. You got to. I feel like you got to go through that beta phase for you to really be able to understand like the world for what it is. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm in my first relationship, bro. I dead ass because I had very idealistic views of relationships, like idea, like perfect world type stuff. So for me, I'm like, this is what I'm supposed to do. The moment I cuff my girl, bro, I cut off every other girl. They couldn't get in contact with me. Like, I just felt like that was the right thing to do. But my ex, I'm like, I have to. It's like I have to explain to her that you should
Do the same thing.
Like, you should cut off your past. Like, you should cut off your past if you're trying to have a future with your present. Like, your past shouldn't be following you, trailing behind. Like, they shouldn't have access to you. The same way these girls don't have access to me, your exes shouldn't. But she knows what she's doing. She's keeping those lines open so that, oh, the moment I fuck up, these niggas was like, oh no, I want you back. You supposed to be with me. You supposed to be mine. You supposed to have my kids. All these things. The moment I mess up, that's what she's running to. That's why you can't go on breaks with these girls.
I fought for a girl, bro. The next week, bro, like, we stopped talking. She cut me off the next week, and I already heard that she was talking to somebody else. And the nigga she was talking to, when I found out who he was the first nigga I seen in the beginning of the relationship we already had. So he was already in tuck. At the same. So that means the whole time I was talking to her, he was already in tuck. Like, I lost her before I even got her. So he was already in tuck, bro.
See, and this is what I'm talking about, man. Like, same thing, bro. Same thing with me. Like, the moment we break up, go on a break, whatever, she running right back to her ex. One of them.
And he go dick her down.
Exactly, right? And then, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, is what it is, man.
That's how the game goes.
You charge it to the game. You know what I'm saying?
Game, bro.
So, gentlemen, this is how you avoid getting...
Matter of fact, let's normalize telling women to delete their Instagrams once they with you.
Hey, normalize when you get with a girl, make her block all her exes, delete them all on Instagram, block them on Instagram, whatever. I mean, of course she could go and unblock it, but make her do that shit. And if she not gonna do that shit, then leave her alone because she's trying to keep her options open. That's the fact of the matter. And if she wants to keep her options open, if she doesn't block these niggas and you still want to stay with her, then you don't cut off access to any of your old Jones. You just keep it going with them because that's exactly what she's doing.
That's what I said.
So,
that relationships, I'm at the point, there is no such thing as boyfriend and girlfriend, bro. Like, that shit is just, what is it? Like, it's nothing, bro. That boyfriend and girlfriend stage is nothing. So,
I mean, it's getting to be that marriage is the same thing too nowadays. But hey, you know, we still have a optimistic worldview. So yeah, let us know what y'all think in the comment section below about this conversation. Very interesting topic, very interestingly broke down. Share the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel with bells for more content coming for y'all every day. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate y'all, and we'll see you next video. Peace.